This is Bob Barr bringing you another edition of Liberty Guard's Bob Barr's Laws of the Universe, Law Numero Uno, that the world is full of idiots. Always remember, please, to subscribe to our YouTube channel and, of course, to follow Liberty Guard on social media. We all know the world is full of idiots, and each week we delight in bringing you the most recent, and we hope to you, one of the most interesting idiots of the week. Today's idiot of the week comes to us from BLM, Black Lives Matter. One of its co-founders is Patrisse Cullors, who is no longer involved, apparently. You never know because of the interesting, shady goings-on with this and a number of other groups. But she was one of the co-founders of BLM. During her time with BLM, Ms. Cullors spent a great deal of money, tens of millions of dollars, purchasing private homes, including a very large home. Some of the media calls it a mansion. I'm not sure whether it would qualify, but a large, very expensive home that cost something like $10 million or something. I think it was, I take that back. It was $5.8 million. The deal itself was somewhat shady. There apparently was a straw purchaser, and then it was transferred at least one time immediately. So it became difficult for somebody to figure out that Patrisse Cullors was actually the owner or a co-owner or living there. But apparently the New York Post figured this out, and they wrote about it. Because they thought this was an inappropriate expense for a nonprofit. Well, nonprofits, for many, many years, all nonprofits have to file with the IRS a form that's called a Form 990. Now, this form has been around for decades, since 1941, which was, I think, about 42 years before Ms. Cullors was even born. So it's not a new form. It's not a new process. Every nonprofit knows what a Form 990 is, or the vast majority of them, and they file a 990, which shows the income and expenses of the nonprofit. This goes to the IRS. Well, apparently, Ms. Cullors is claiming that she had no idea that this form was required. But now that she knows that, thanks to apparently the reporting in the media by at least the New York Post, she believes that this is highly inappropriate. It, in fact, is a triggering device. In other words, because BLM has to file a Form 990 that they apparently didn't know they had to do for some period of time, and because this then discloses publicly their income and expenses, at least to some degree, this triggers fear, resentment, and of course, racial overtones to and by Ms. Cullors. It truly beggars the question whether or not, in fact, she knew or somebody had not told her about a Form 990. Any CPA knows about this. People that prepare taxes know about this. It's no secret. Again, the Form 990 has been around since 1941. So it's highly unlikely, I think, that Ms. Cullors is being fully honest when she says she has no idea about a 990. But regardless, there is nothing triggering about a 990. It has no racial overtones. It doesn't target anybody. It is simply a form that for many, many years the IRS uses to require that charitable institutions, nonprofits that are tax exempt, comply with the law. That's all. maybe you don't like it. Maybe it's a burden to do it, but it certainly is nothing new. It is nothing racist. It is nothing triggering. And this is just nonsense what Ms. Cullors is doing here in making these ridiculous, absolutely laughable claims. But it does indeed move her into the category of our Idiot of the Week. There'll be another one next time and another one after that, because we know, of course, consistent with Bob Barr's Laws of the Universe, law number 1, the world is full of idiots. So I hope you'll be with us next time for yet another episode of this important work of Liberty Guard. Thank you. Thank you for checking out our program today. This show is made possible by Liberty Guard. I encourage you to visit libertyguard.org to learn more about our work in defense of individual liberty and against government abuse. So please support us and become a regular viewer of Bob Barr's Laws of the Universe. You're not going out of your mind. You're slowly and systemically being driven out of your mind. This is gaslighting, and it is precisely what the left is doing to America. It's not a movie. It's real. It's happening right now, and it's dangerous. If the left is permitted to continue, it will irreparably undermine our history, our values, and our culture. Right now, the Biden administration and Democrat leaders in the Congress, aided of course by Hollywood and the mainstream media, are using every trick in the book to institutionalize their radical agenda to destroy America as we know it and replace it with a European-style socialist society. They are gaslighting America.
From the desk of former Congressman Bob Barr comes a special report titled Gaslighting America. In this book, Bob Barr tackles the left's war on truth, exposing the ways they are rewriting history, manipulating the news, and changing the very definition of words. Help protect the soul of our nation. Order today.